Hi guys, it's Nancy, and it is the last subscription for 2025 for Pink and Main for foilables. So this month is December 2025 foilable subscription features the satin pink cheer foil. Let's take a look at it. I always tell you guys this is the best value when you are trying to build up your foils because it's a new color. In fact, last month's foil I didn't even have, and I have almost every color of foil out there. This is going to give you a 6¼ inch roll of foil by 25 feet. That's a ton of foil. So you're getting 25 feet of foil on the roll, but it's cut to 6¼ inches. So they take these large 12-inch rolls. Actually, they're a little larger than 12 inch, and they cut them to 6¼ That's so that you have enough edge on each side for your foil. But this is a beautiful satin pink foil. And this month's theme looks like donuts. So we have coffee and donuts foilable sheets. We have these donuts foilables, these coffee beans, coffee cups, little boba cups. I think I'm going to run out and get some boba after this. And then these beautiful sentiment sheets that say a latte notes. And it says, sending you a latte birthday wishes, miss you a latte or thanks a latte. I hope this perks you up. Great for, hey, this is coming up on December. You're sending out thank you notes. You're sending out, miss you, catching up with people for the new year. Nancy's birthday's in January. Maybe you want to send her a Starbucks gift card. I'm just joking. So this is a beautiful, beautiful set. You're going to get all of these as part of the subscription. The subscription is amazing because you're going to be the first one to get this color foil before everybody else can buy it. Everyone else has to wait until December 19th before they can buy this, okay? This is going to be available on December 1st. For those of you guys who are in this subscription, it will ship out to you December 1st. If you're not, go and click on the link down below if you want to order it. Here's the second perk of watching my channel. You're going to get eligible to get a new foilable freebie. So if you put in the code Nancy25, that is the freebie. Nancy25 is going to get you this brand new freebie. Last month it was a gingerbread man, and now it is these beautiful snowflakes. So you cannot purchase these. They are free. Put in the code Nancy25. And you get these beautiful snowflakes. It's all the same. And these are already pre-cut down to A2 size. They are 4 by 5¼ size panels. And we are also going to foil these today. So let's see if we can make a quick card. I did get the new sky blue foil. So we will be using that. And again, this was last month's foil. You can now purchase it in the shop, but it was an exclusive November foilable subscription. And I didn't have it. So I had to wait for it to get sent to me, and it sold out fairly quickly because of the foilable subscription. And so I had to wait, you guys. So I did get it. So we will be foiling the freebie with that, but we'll do that in just a moment. Let's start with this December subscription. So if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Nancy Stamps. I primarily do foiling, hot foiling, and toner foiling. This is toner foiling. The best way to start your toner foiling journey is with high quality toner foilables. These are printed on a high quality paper with high quality toner and the best quality foils. These are textile foils, which means they can be used on fabrics. They can be used on paper. They can be used on anything. There's a nice thick, not a flimsy kind of foil that have been brought into the crafting world. Pink and Main has done an amazing job at bringing us new colors every month as part of their foil subscription. And you want to use either a Mink or a Fuse machine. You want a machine that has 5 different heat settings. So we're going to turn that on in the back here. That is the main power source. And then we're going to click this button until we get to number 3. Okay. That will go from red to green. We're just going to set that off to the side. You also want to have a dusty brush, which Pink and Main carries. And I forgot my carrier sheet, so hold on. You want your carrier sheets, which are protective coating sheets, which help your foil go through the machine. These are not laminator sheets. They'll just help everything go through the machine a little bit smoother, okay? So let's start with And I brought in some other colors of foils that we will also be using. I think I'm going to do the donuts. Let me show you these. And these are large sheets, so for those of you guys who like to make larger cards, you can. Now this one you probably would cut in half, but you could do, 6x6 cards. And it is the, whatever is printed in black, you can see that little sheen on the paper. That's to show you the smoothness of the paper. That's what you want when you are foiling. There's a lot of companies that try to print toner designs and they tell you, oh, these are foilable. But if it is not on absolutely smooth paper like that, you're not going to get the best transfer results. I can tell you, hands down, Pink & Main is one of the top companies when it comes to making best printed toner designs for foiling. Okay, so you have one. This one is printed so that the design is going to foil. This is the background that's going to foil. Everything in black is going to foil. So your background. These are the amazing little donuts. I think this is the one I'm going to use. Then we have the background. Then we have the coffee beans and the background. And I know a lot of you guys are in coffee clubs with making cards and stuff. I love this little boba guy. And then we have the background for the boba. Okay, so you get 2 of each. And this one, you could even cut it this way if you are a 5x7 card maker. Again, I love the versatility. All of the instructions are also on the back. If you choose to use a laminator, I will tell you, not all laminators work the same. I do have a video if you want to learn how to foil with a laminator. I will link that down in the description. Okay, and you want to keep everything in these plastic storage bags. Once you have everything open. So we're going to start with that. And then, let's see here. Grab one of these sentiments. So the sentiments are, again, A2 size as well. Amisu latte. We have the white sentiments. Sorry, black sentiments with the white background. This is going to be the background that foils. Sending you a latte birthday wishes. I hope this perks you up with the coffee beans. And thanks a latte. And I think for this one, I will do the dark background. Or actually, I miss you a latte. I'm going to do this one with the dark background instead of thanks a latte. And I'm going to bring in some other Pink & Main foil colors because they are so amazing with all their different foil colors. And really, one roll of foil is going to last you guys a really long time. Again, you're getting 25 feet of foil. You can use these foils in any kind of machine. Again, there's only certain laminators that I recommend. You can use them in the fuse machine. You can use them in the Mink machine, the large one or the small one. I'm going to start with the background. And in the background, I got to go with, I feel like, a coffee kind of color. So I brought in satin ginger, which is kind of like a ginger color, which is kind of nice. I was thinking about using it on the donuts, but I think I'm going to go with this bronze color, PMF 117, which is bronze cheer foil. This would go good with the donuts or the coffee. So we're going to use this one in the background. So what you want to do is you're going to cut your foil to be just slightly larger than your panel that you're foiling. And if you're new to my channel, congratulations, welcome, thanks for joining. I do a lot of foiling videos. You can check out my hot foil playlist if you are into glimmer foiling, foil press foiling, go press and foil. That is a completely different foil playlist. This is toner foiling, so you want to check out my toner playlist, toner foiling playlist, which would do this kind of foiling. So toner foiling means that this foil needs something to stick to. So what it's sticking to is everything that's black here. So once this goes through the machine, the black is going to melt and the foil is going to stick to it. So we are going to dusty our image, and then we are going to dusty the back of our foil. So the silver part of the foil. We're going to make sure the silver part touches our image. And then we're going to put all of that in our carrier sheet. And we want to put the folded part of the carrier sheet to the short part of our image. Okay. So folded part, short part of our image. Okay, and you want to make sure everything is covered. Now I'm going to put this in upside down just so you can see that. It doesn't matter if you put it in upside down or forward, but just make sure the folded side always goes in first. And you'll see that foil is covering that whole image. You want to make sure there's a slight edge of foil around the image. Okay, it's like making the bed and we have a little bit of blanket hanging over the edge. Okay, so we're going to put that in there. And as we feed that through, I'm putting my hand underneath to make sure that that's going into the center and it's going to come out the back. Okay. Once I see that's coming out the back, I can let that finish doing its thing and come out the back. I'm going to cut my donut panel down just slightly. My trimmer here. These are half sheets. So these are 5.5 by, my kids are yelling at each other. So 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So these are 5.5 by 4, right? Or 4 1/4, I should say. So we're going to cut this at 4 1/4. It'll be 4 1/4 by 5.5. Sorry, 8.5 by 5.5 is what it is. So we're cutting it at 4 1/4. It'll be 4 1/4 by 5.5. And I actually only want an angle of this. So before I foil it, I could foil it and then cut it, but I'm only going to do, I'm going to go corner to corner with this. Okay, so I'm only going to foil that. I'm going to save this for another project, for another foil color. And for this piece, we're going to be using the new satin pink cheer foil. Okay, here's something I want to point out to you guys. Foil is very delicate. So again, Pink and Main gives us these nice storage boxes. I did a video not too long ago showing you how I have my room kind of laid out and organized. And I showed these storage boxes I got from Target, Home Depot, where I store these. Keep these boxes. Keep them, you know, free from pet hair, dust, debris, things like that. But I want to show you how delicate this foil is. If there is even the smallest little scratch in your foil, and I don't even know if you guys can see that little scratch there? See how it lets the light through? You see that right there? Okay. That will hinder how it foils. So you want to be very careful with taking care of your foil. I'm going to dusty, but I'm going to make sure that I don't put anything on that area because that means the foil will not transfer from that area. So when you have problems with your foiling and you say, I don't understand why that, you know, that part is not foiling. If you're not storing your foils properly, if you have scratches in your foil, even when you're doing what we call negative foiling, those are the things that can happen. So as I put this over, I want to make sure, see that toner's hanging out there and toner's hanging out there, that this is completely covered. I'm going to have to kind of angle things here. I may have cut my foil a little short. Oh, there we go. Then making sure everything is covered. I do have that little scratch there. That might be, it's just below that donut, but I think we'll be okay. Yep. And always have multiple carrier sheets. The machine comes with one. You really want to have multiples because eventually the machines do kind of eat them up. It just happens. It's just what happens. And you want to have a couple of these available. Okay, and I want to make sure my foil's not rolled up there. Everything is covered. Placing it in the center of my opening. and holding it as I feed it through. And you'll notice the other one came out. I didn't reveal it yet. I want it to be completely cool before I reveal it. And while we're waiting for that to come through, I'm going to show you the freebie and the new sky blue cheer foil, which came out for last month. And the snowflakes, again, freebie with using the code Nancy25. You'll get the snowflakes freebie, Nancy25. Dusty Dusty, the back of our foil, which is the silver side, and Dusty Dusty, our image. And we always want the short side of the image at the top. Okay, and little foil hanging off the edge doesn't hurt anything. Okay, let's reveal our background. The bronze foil. Miss you a latte. We're going to keep this and use this on our toner sheets, which you again got free during last month's foil subscription, or you can go purchase them now. And then let's see how our donuts came out. Perfectly foiled donuts. Oops. Or I can individually cut them out, but we can use this on those toner sheets. We're going to give the snowflakes. In fact, let me see if there's a brown in the new toner sheets. Nope, we don't have a brown, but I do have let's see, in the ombre, we kind of have a brown. Will that work on our donuts? Let me see. I mean, that kind of works. But I would use the one that I did the whole thing, because otherwise all of this pink will go through. But you get the idea. If you use toner sheets, now we have chocolate donuts or brown donuts with pink frosting. So you get the idea on how toner sheets come into play. Now this might be too dark with that brown toner sheet underneath with the bronze foil. But this is how toner sheets come in handy. Maybe we do the green, kind of like coffee shop colors. That doesn't look too terrible. So there's a lot of different things you can do. And they have so many different colors of toner sheets. They have them in plain. They have them in ombre. You just have to go to the website and check them out. All right. I've shown a lot of videos with those. You can go back and check those out. I did them on last month's video too. Let's see how the freebie looks with the sky blue foil. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Oh my gosh. So pretty. So pretty. Okay. And again, we can use this on leftover toner sheets. So we're going to save that. Let me move this out of the way. And let's make a real quick card here. So I was actually thinking of doing this like this and making a little pocket, and I could put a little gift card in here, Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks in here. So let's do that real quick. Simple card, but very easy to do, right? So we're going to cut my little donuts down a little bit smaller. And you can ink over these, color them as well. But I am going to cut this down to fit. Because I'm just going to glue the edges. I'm just going to snip the corners. Okay, this one I'm going to glue down. And this is 5 1/4 by 4, right? What did we say this was? Yes, 5 1/4 by 4. So there's a slight white border there. And then this one's a little bigger. This was 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. So I just snipped the corners off. And for this, I'm just going to add glue around the outside edges so that the top is going to be open. So I can put a little glue dot with a little gift card in there. So now I've created a little pocket. We're going to give that just a second to dry. Now, again, I said you can ink or color these in. So I do a little bit of that. I am using an alcohol marker. You want to be careful with alcohol markers because they will alter the color of your foil. So I'm trying to avoid my foil. I normally say use watercolor markers if you're going to do this. Trying to keep my head out of the camera too. Okay, so colored my donuts, foiled them. Everything's glued down. It's not super fancy, but it's quick, it's easy. You guys know I like to do quick and easy. And of course, you could always go in and do more. You could even go in and add some glossy accents on there if you really wanted to make it pop. Add some sequins. But let's pretend this is a donut gift card. Boom, instant. Write my note in there, and it's done. So that is the December 2025 Foilables of the month subscription. Again, you are going to get the Coffee and Donuts full-size foilable sheets. You're going to get the Latte Notes foilable sentiments. You're going to get the full roll of satin pink cheer foil. That is included in the subscription. So if you are already a subscription member, congratulations. That's going to be on its way to you very soon. If you are new to Pink and Main and you want to go do shopping, I will have the links down below. If you want to do shopping for anything else, like you want to go get yourself a Dusty brush, you want to buy yourself some additional carrier folders, maybe you want to go and buy some new foils, like you don't have the sky blue cheer foil, which was launched in November, or you want some satin ginger foil, or you want some bronze foil. I think also the watercolor neutral would look nice, which is like browns and golds. That would look really nice on the donuts. Anything, some rainbow foil, anything like that. You put in the code Nancy25, any shopping. In fact, if you want to buy stamps and dies and inks or anything else that Pink and Main offers, you punch in the code Nancy25 and this will be sent to you free. It doesn't matter if you place 10 orders in one day and you punch in the code Nancy25 each time. Maybe you order for yourself and then you do a gift order and you send your best friend an order, punch in the code Nancy25. They're also going to get foilables. So the snowflake foilables are a limited time freebie, Nancy25. And this is the December, okay? If you have any questions, post them down below. If you want to learn more about foiling, again, check out my toner playlist for this type of foiling. If you want to learn about hot foiling, that would be with the Glimmer, the Foil Press, the Go Press and Foil machines. That is that. Also join our Facebook group. It is called the Foiling Snobs Club. It is not just for foiling, it's all kinds of crafting. But thank you guys for watching me make this card. I appreciate you so much. Give me a thumbs up if you had fun watching me make this. I look forward to seeing your creations. You can post them in our Foiling Snobs Club group. We have a Pink and Main folder. I want to see everything that you make with Pink and Main. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you had fun. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.